welcome to my 2-year anniversary stream. It's been 24 months since I did my very first stream. Now, I haven't streamed a lot. I only stream once a week now, but you know, it's something I do, and hopefully you'll all enjoy it. Now, today is a special stream, so I'm giving away lots of goodies on the stream. This will be given away at the end of the stream once I've added a little bit of paint to the miniature. But we've also got three of these out of production miniatures. These will be given away every 15 minutes for the next hour, because my stream, as you all know, is for an hour. So what we're going to do is every 15 minutes, my Scorpler will take all the names down, and what we'll do is we'll give away one of these free miniatures. But not only that, there's even more goodness. Now, Michelle is in chat, and Michelle and Thule, of course, she designed stickers. As you can see, we got Scorpler here, we got the Scorpler one, and we got the Goblin King. So not only will you get one of these pre-painted miniatures, you'll also get this. You get one Goblin King sticker, you'll get a Goblin Queen sticker, and you'll get the Goblins of Mordor sticker. So all this goodness will be given away to you. Will be given away to you every 15 minutes. So let's see what the time is. At quarter past 7, we shall do the first draw, okay? And then we'll do the next draw at 7:30, and then we'll do the next one at 7:45, and then at 8 o'clock I'll give away the Beastie Boy. And thank you everybody for subscribing. Okay, I'll put these over here. Now, today, let me make some room. I'll get all these stickers. I've got loads of stickers and goodies. Now, what I'll do is, if you want a free miniature, this is all these miniatures, by the way, are for anybody in chat. This is for anybody who's in the chat. All you got to do for the first free pre-painted miniature is say, give me a free mini. So if everybody types in, give me a free mini, Scorpler will take your name, and then she'll do the draw at 7:15. Right, while she's doing that, and you're all doing this, I shall paint the worm. Now, very simple today. I'll just carry on painting, and you all have fun in chat. Now, today we're doing the Great Worm. I've pre-primed the miniature with Dragon Black from MSP Paints. We got 100mm base on the bottom there, absolutely fantastic. We shall be using the black to our advantage for using shadow, and I'm using Twilight Purple today, some Skeleton Bone, we got some Desert Grey and some green for our worm. A very, very simple paint, but it'll look fab when it's finished. It's hard to believe it's the two years already since I've been streaming. I am amazed how many people actually watch the stream as it is. I mean, I am a very, very small streamer, and like I say, I don't stream very often. I stream once a week. So it's not like I'm going to build up a huge following, because to actually build loads and loads of followings, you need to be streaming like 24/7 every day. So just the once a week is more than enough for me. It's not about thousands of followers. It's just about having fun. Just about having the fun. Okay, so let's make a start. We've got the Twilight Purple, which is a beautiful dark purple. We've got a nice big brush here, and just gonna get that paint on. Start from the bottom up and work away all the way over this miniature. It's just a nice heavy coat of paint first. I'm not worried about going over all the bones. I'm not worried about going anywhere with this paint. This is the first initial purple. We'll be painting all the little bones or teeth afterwards, so it's not an issue. I just want to get this initial purple on, leaving some black coming through, of course, because that will be our shadow. Now what I'll be doing is using the black for my shadows, of course. This does make a very easy paint. And of course this is a Goremaw, the great worm, so he's going to be dirty as well. He's living in the underground. You're not going to get a nice clean glowy worm. Gonna have to keep checking the time. Everybody in chat, give me a shout when it gets to 7:15, so I can ask Claire to say who's won the first miniature. Now, the first mini, by the way, the first pre-painted miniature, this is by Bob Ollie, and it's an Orc Warrior. I've got an Orc Warrior, it's pre-painted. Now these miniatures, of course, are OOP now. You can't actually get these miniatures. You can't actually get these miniatures from Reaper anymore. So they're highly collectible for the old collectible person, like myself. Now, as you can see, we got this the underside of this worm here. So we're just going to lightly go over this bottom here. We'll just turn that to the side. We'll be keeping this very, very dark just here. So this is where the dark area is. So we'll just keep that nice and dark. We'll be using that black to our advantage. What happens is it'll all come together towards the end of the show. I mean, at the minute it just looks like, oh, what's the Goblin King doing? He's just slapping paint on a miniature. Oh yeah. I had quite a few people saying I was a nutcase yesterday because of my video that I did. I put all my Reaper miniatures, I put all my, you know, the old Bones miniatures from like Bones 1, 2 and 3. They used the old white Bones plastic. With the extreme heat we've been having in Scotland, all my Bones miniatures, especially with the large wings, they've all been going floppy. So I've been putting all my Bones miniatures in the fridge to stop them going floppy. Okay, that's about enough of the purple here. Like that, I'm leaving the underside black. We're just adding some dark purple just to give a hint of the actual colour of the skin on this creature. And of course, as we go deeper down into the recesses, we're going to keep that black as well, because that'll be just a tiny little bit of purple. So what we can do now is start adding some white to our purple and really starting to highlight all the areas of the worm, just to bring out the details. So that's perfect. We've still got a nice black going up, just like how I paint my dragon scales. We're going up the scales, leaving the top areas of the scales nice and dark, and utilising the black primer. Good, excellent. Let's get some white. We've got some pure white today from MSP Paint. Oh, the purple is Twilight Purple Waffle Witch. Twilight Purple is absolutely beautiful. The code number is 09483, Twilight Purple. Okay, so what I'm doing now for the Great Worm, we're just going to add a little bit of the white into the purple, and we're just going to start building up that purple area, make it a little bit lighter, and mainly on the top as well, so we can just start picking out all the fine details with our purple. I'm not worried about going over the rest of the miniature because we'll be painting all those parts later on. I'm just trying to do all the purple areas first and make them a little bit lighter. Okay, we've got 3 minutes to the first giveaway. Hopefully, Scorplers, if you want to enter the first giveaway, just type in now. Give me a free mini. Claire has been taking everybody's names down. She'll spin the wheel, and we'll see who wins the first miniature. Now, of course, the first miniature will be the Bob Orley special. This is the Orc Warrior. This is the original out of production miniatures from Reaper. Reaper did do quite a large range of pre-painted miniatures, and of course we shall be giving away. With that, we'll have the Goblin Queen sticker, and we shall have a Goblins of Mordor sticker. Oh yeah, and we'll have a Goblin King sticker. Absolutely awesome. So that'll be the first giveaway. And while that's happening, I shall just carry on painting. And remember, at 1:15, give me a shout out so I can say congratulations to whomever wins the first mini. Now, as I was talking to you earlier, we've just gone to that one dark purple here. Now, I'm not going to do anything else to that because I want to utilise the black, and that's going to be our shadow underneath. And the same underneath here. We're going to keep that jet black. As you know, with my painting, I like to utilise the darker colours into the build or the paint. It really does make painting a lot easier. You don't need to add all your own shadows. You can actually just utilise the colours you're using. It does make it quite simple. And as always, when I'm painting my miniatures, I got the light above me, so I use that as a light source. Where the light is shining down, I will paint the areas that this light shining down is on the miniature. So like I say, under here we keep that dark, and as it gets lighter to the top of the light source shining down, we just make it a little bit lighter at the top. And you can do that with all your miniatures. It makes it quite a simple way to learn how to add a light source to your miniatures. All you're doing is, as you get closer to the light source, like the top of my hat there, that's glowing, so that's the lightest area on my body, so that would be the lightest part that you'd paint on your miniature. Welcome everybody to chat. Absolutely awesome to see you. As you know, it's my two-year anniversary stream. I am a very small streamer. I only stream once a week, but it is good fun for me to do the once a week stream, and like I say, it's been 2 years now, and I think this stream has done very, very well considering the last 2 years. I'm very, very happy. So I'm going to add a little bit more now. Okay, we're at 1:15. So if Scorpler, would you announce the first winner of the first mini giveaway? Actually, I think I'm about I'm 5 followers away from 800 for the actual dragon giveaway. As you can see, I've added a little bit more white now into the purple. We're just doing the highest areas now, just getting the highest scales. We're just adding a little bit more, making it lighter and lighter, just to give a light source on the top, and the same on here. Congratulations, D. Wagnig. Ding Wagnig. If you get in touch with Scorpler, I think Scorpler is the moderator for the channel. She will get the address and everything, or give you the details of how we shall get that miniature posted away to you. Okay, congratulations. So that's the first miniature out the way. So what we'll do is we shall take this one away. We shall take this one away. The next one we have a skeletal swordsman. This is by Ed Pugh. So this is the next giveaway. So if you want to type in chat, give me a free mini. Give me a free mini 2. Put 2 at the end of it. Give me a free mini 2. And that'll be for the second mini to have a chance of winning the second mini. So give me a mini 2. And again, we shall give away 3 of my most fabulous stickers. These stickers, of course, were designed by Michelle and Tule. Absolutely fantastic. That's the one. Painterly give me a free mini 2. Awesome stuff. Okay, let's carry on painting. And like I say, the next giveaway will be in 12 minutes time. So we're just building up some lighter colours on this beautiful worm. It's really just a case of adding the highest areas now with a little bit of more purple, making it a little bit lighter. The rest of the miniature actually does the work for you. So we're just taking that purple down a little bit. As you can see, because we're leaving this lighter, it's gone from light to dark on each one, which has given us that shade that we want. A little bit more white. I'll just take it up here a little bit more. As I say, this is just a nice fast speed paint for me. Of course, you can spend hours and hours on your miniatures, but I do get a lot of joy of doing a little speed paint. I love painting my miniatures fast and seeing how fast and quality I can get done in as little time as possible. Okay, that's good. That's about all I want to do for the purple. I just wanted to maybe a little bit more white here, just on the tips. Yeah. Just in the very highest areas, we're just going almost pure white to a tiny bit of purple. And we'll just hit that there. There we go. Just where the light source is right at the top. So we've got a nice shade going around the whole miniature, and the black is working perfectly for the shadows. Awesome stuff. Okay. Hi Tim, it's an absolutely wonderful miniature. Okay, what we'll do is we'll quickly get the base painted up, and then we'll start painting in all those little teeth. Like I say, a very simple paint today, but it is an absolutely wonderful miniature. So whoever is going to win this at the end of the show will be very lucky indeed. Okay, we're just going for some concrete grey. So what we want to do is get all the grey areas done for the rocks that the worm is busting through. I take it the Renegade Shank, is the stream working alright? Is the sound still okay, or are we having issues? I mean, there's not much I can do about the issues, and I do apologise. Like I say, my computer conked out on me with the heat yesterday. You've probably had problems like this as well in the past. If your computer overheats, the GPU or the processor has a certain temperature threshold. If it reaches that threshold, it automatically cuts off the PC. Well, that was kind of happening to me yesterday. Absolutely nightmare. Okay, again, nice big brush. And what we're going to do is just work around the bottom of the base. Just start adding some of this grey. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit of white to the grey. A bit more white. I might just highlight the rocks a little bit. Just the highest area of rocks. Good, awesome stuff. Okay, and most of my goblins know exactly what I'm going to do now. We're going to add a tiny bit of green to the rocks just to give them that vintage effect. It's, how are you able to watch today, Shank? You're normally in work, and Michelle, both of you. It's absolutely awesome to see you both. Oh yes, we get some green, nice little bit of green. We don't need much. It's just a hint of green, and I always add it to all my miniatures, especially if I'm doing rocks or houses. I'm painting a couple of tabletop world houses at the present for Kwood Publishing, and of course adding that green around the bottom of the houses makes it look like the mould and just like a real house, and the walls, just by adding a tiny touch of green. You just need a tiny bit, but it just adds so much, and it's a variation of colour as well, which is always nice. So all we're doing is just a tiny little touch of green, just tiny over the tops. It's just to give the floor a little bit of mossiness. Yeah, that's nice. That's all we need to do. Just a tiny bit of green. Let the monster break through that floor. Nice. There. All the rocks have been tossed aside as the Goremaw has pulled himself through the floor of all those rocks and things. Very, very nice. And of course, again, we're leaving the black. Let me show you. Let me just wash my brush and I'll show you some more. Yes, Tim. Yes, Tim. I know. Kwood Publishing has he's got me painting him some actual tabletop world houses, which you'll know are absolutely fantastic. Tabletop world sculpts are absolutely beautiful for your tabletop games. Anyway, I've got 3 houses I'm painting for Mr. Kwood Publishing, so very, very, very happy about that. I've been trying to get Andrew Kwood to have painted miniatures for a very long time. He has got an extensive range of Reaper miniatures. In fact, he's got thousands of Reaper miniatures, and every single Reaper miniature he collects. And this is no offense to Andrew Kwood, but he doesn't paint his miniatures. He keeps them in beautiful goodness, as he says. So he shows me his cabinets full of these unpainted Reaper miniatures, which to me is sacrilege. But to Andrew Kaywood, he loves the bare metal of a miniature, which is understandable. They do look very, very nice unpainted as well when stuck together. Tim, I'll have a chat with you. I'll have a chat with you after the show because you will go into the USA. You have to pay a small fortune for your tabletop world houses from the EU. There is a way around that. So if you are after some of those houses, have a chat with me after the show, and I will tell you the workaround to get them a little bit cheaper. From the same company, of course. Okay, now for all the teeth, we are going with some skeleton bone. Yes, Nath, they are very, very expensive. They are very, very expensive. But they they do look absolutely beautiful on the tabletop, that is for sure. I haven't got one to hand, so I would show you. They're actually in the other room. Okay, now for the teeth, for this miniature, we're going for we are going for the skeleton bone. Let me see a small brush. I am using these Reaper. These are these Reaper Pro paint brushes. They're a little bit more expensive than the other Pro paint brushes. The Reaper Pro paint, but they are very, very nice. Okay, let me get this out the way. So we've got some room, and I don't put my arm in the goo. And let me drink some of my Ribena wine because it's absolutely roasting. So cheers, everybody. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for supporting me on Twitch the last 2 years. It has been a complete honour to show you all my work, and it's been an absolute privilege to know every single one of you. So thank you so much for your support. If only it was wine, eh? Ribena wine. Okay. Okay, so what we're going to do now is start on the claws. Now, I keep on checking my watch because it's past, so let's do the second draw, my lovely one. And while that's happening, I shall just carry on painting. Now, this will take quite a while because there's lots and lots of these little claws. So I'll just quickly go over the claws. And once again, I'm not painting the whole claw. I'm doing the tops of all these claws. I am using that black to my advantage. So the black underneath the claw will be used as the shadow from this claw. And we'll blend that black into our skeleton bone by just adding some brown ink wash afterwards. Very, very simple, but it looks highly effective. Now the bottom claws here, we're not going to paint those. What we'll do is we'll just add a touch of paint just to the tips. Just to the tips. It's almost like they've just been hit with a little bit of light. So maybe just bring that down a little. There you go. Just imagine a tiny little bit of light just hitting the bottom teeth there. And again with this one. Congratulations, Isha Aloki. Like I say, please get in touch with Scorpler at Scorpler in chat. Scorpler is the moderator for the channel, and she will take your address to where to send the miniatures. Okay. Now all these are going to get the same treatment. We're going to start working our way across and down. So there's quite a few on this miniature. Yes, this is what I tried to do with my painting, Tim. It's not about. I'm trying to paint a speed paint, of course, but I'm trying to give inspiration more than anything, so people can learn how to paint the miniatures fast and sneaky ways, as they call it, sneaky little ways to get a miniature painted up nice, fast and easily, but still be acceptable for your tabletop gaming. Of course, everything takes time. I mean, we all started off not knowing anything about miniature painting. Same with everybody out there. You only get better over time, of course. It does take practice. But I find my biggest improvement for painting was learning the light source, and what I mean is the light source I use when I paint a miniature. By utilizing the light source in my miniature, as you can see, I got a natural shadow going around this miniature, and all I've done is painted over the black primer, so it's actually working to my advantage, but it makes the miniature look so much nicer. Okay, let me get the third miniature out. Take care, Goblin Squire. I sent you a message, Hamish. You're most welcome to come over to the house anytime next week. I did say a couple of days I can't see you, but you're most welcome to come over, and I look forward to seeing you. Okay, so the last one is for the Orc Archer. Again, this is sculpted by Bob Ollie. There's a little Orc Archer in there. And these are the pre-painted miniatures. So we have one of those to give away. Complete with Goblin King sticker. The Goblin Queen. And the Goblins of Mordor sticker. Absolutely. All awesome stuff. So you'll get all these stickers and that OOP collectible pre-painted miniature. So if you want that a chance to win that miniature now, type in "give me a free mini 3" in chat. Give me a free mini 3. Actually, it might be easier for me to hold this miniature while I'm actually painting these areas, make it faster. Yes, all these little teeth and claws, or whatever you want to call them, they're a little bit of a pain in the butt, because this miniature is just one mass. So this is why I painted all the purple first. It makes it so much easier, because we can just work our way down over this. I am starting to sweat like a little piggy. I don't know what the heat is. My watch should say. Yeah, it's over 25 degrees. 25 degrees in my workshop at the minute. It's absolutely roasting. It's absolutely roasting. Gareth, the Star Wars man in chat, he knows if I get up too quickly from the seat, I'll be in trouble. What? The heat makes my skin stick to the stick to the seat. Oh, it's awful. It's absolutely awful. It's quite strange, eh? I mean, as people, what's the first thing we do when we complain about the weather 24/7? It's either too hot or it's either too cold. So what happens is we get the sun, and we, after moaning, oh, it needs to be hot, and then when we do get the sun, we're like, oh, it's too hot. As a human race, we're absolutely useless. We're never ever content or happy with anything. It's either one extreme or the other. I think the learning curve is just be happy that you're alive, and you're able to paint miniatures as a hobby. There's so many people in the world who can't even afford to do this. So I feel absolutely blessed that I'm able to do this as a full-time job. Absolutely over the moon. I am so happy that I've been able to do this full-time. And it's all because of you guys, of course. I'd be nothing without you guys helping me. So thank you so much. Just going quickly over the main teeth here, just giving it a little second coat before we add the brown ink wash. I will give a shout out to my dear friend Tal. As you all know, Tal is always on my streams, and he has been my friend for many years now. But his dad recently passed away. So I definitely haven't been expecting him to show up on any streams, but I just want to say all my love goes out to Tal. You couldn't ask for a more nicer guy. So tons of love to him, and hopefully he'll be all sorted. And oh, he's there. Oh, anyway, there you go. I saw you, Tal. I didn't realize you was in chat. Anyway, loads of love to you. Anyway, I really wasn't expecting you to. I really wasn't expecting you to turn up. Anyway, thank you, Tal. You are more than a friend to me. So yes. And yes, loads and loads of love to you. Okay, I'm going to shut up now, as I'll dig a grave and regret it later. Okay. Okay, as we're getting down to the more darker scales, what we're doing on these ones, I'm only utilising a little bit of paint onto the actual teeth. See, Tal's put me off now. Look, I was on a roll. Okay, so what we're doing is we're utilising the black again, and see on here what we're doing again, we're following the light from my lamp here. And we're just following the light source. A little bit like paint by numbers, if you want to call it that way. What it is, on the one side of this miniature, I am just going to be having all the teeth with just like a little tiny bit of light on top. So if we give this a spin around, that's keeping nice and dark there. See how nice and black that is? And then as we move around, the top of each one of these teeth here is starting to show up in the light. And then as we move around, they get more and more intense, until you get to this side of the miniature. And then you've got a light source going over the whole of each of these different teeth. Absolutely fab. Right, let's check the time. We have 3 minutes. 3 minutes. So if you want to win the third miniature, which is this pre-painted orc, all you need to do is type in give me a mini 3. And I'm just going to let this dry for a little bit now, and then we'll start adding the... Actually, what I'll do, I see in a few little bits I need to add, so we'll just add a little bit there. Oh, this is looking great. This is an absolutely beautiful miniature. Can you imagine? This is a 4 scale, so give you a size. This miniature is absolutely huge. So we got our little 4 scale there. All we need to do now to really finish this off is to start adding our ink washes on those teeth. I'm just going to let it dry for a little bit. Oh, I can't believe how fast a year is. I've been in business now since I've been in business about 6 years now. So I've been self-employed for 6 years, and I've done Twitch for 2 years. So it's been an amazing ride. And they do say anybody who's self-employed in the UK, I don't know what it's like in the rest of the world, but in the UK, if you're self-employed, they do say that if you are still in business after 3 years, then you're doing okay. So that's I'm in my 6th year now in business, so I'm doing okay. Okay, okay. If Claire, Scorpler, if you would like to give off the winner of the next miniature. Thank you, Tal. You are absolutely lovely. Absolutely lovely. I really, honestly, I really wasn't expecting you. I wasn't expecting you to turn up tonight, and you have absolutely made me feel so loved. Because I know you're going through hell at the minute. So, thank you so much for popping on. And the winner is Scarlet622. Well done, you. Get in touch with my Scorpler, and I think Scorpler has given you all the different names, all the different ways you can get in touch. And I think she's doing it through Twitter. If there is an issue, then you can always direct message me on my Twitch stream. And of course give me your address, and I shall pass that to my Scorpler, because Scorpler posts all my parcels. She's my little postie girl. Okay, let's move on to the last thing. We'll get all the ink wash added, and then we shall do the draw for this beast. Okay, so I'm just going to be using some Agrax Earthshade. It doesn't matter what ink washes. Everybody says which ones are better. They're all roughly the same. I love Vallejo ink washes. I love Army Painter ink washes. Even Reaper Miniatures do an ink wash. And of course, I say this every time. The only reason I'm using these ink washes is because they come in larger bottles, which makes it a lot easier for me to use. For the amount of painting I do, it makes it so much easier for me. Okay, again, so what we're going to do is just going to use the same brush here. I'm going to use this little pro brush. And for painting our teeth, I got my secret little tip, which is not really secret anymore because whoever's watched my streams knows exactly what I do with my brown ink washes. There is a way to paint teeth. So a lot of people will paint teeth, add shadows, and do like 3 or 4 layers of paint. My simplest way is we slap the paint on and we take the paint off and it's done. So all we do, let me show you a bit closer, is instant get that dark brown ink wash high up as possible, get that into the recess of the teeth, take that down, and what we do is we start removing the ink wash and bringing it down. So what happens, you've got a natural dirty top of the teeth, but what happens is you get a lighter part of the bottom of the teeth. It's such a simple thing to do, but it works so well. It's so simple to do. All you do, add that brown ink wash and then remove the ink wash at the bottom, at the top of the teeth, and that gives us that beautiful effect. So again, I got 100 teeth here to show you, so here we go. Add it to the top. I'm just letting the ink wash go round because we want it to blend in with the black. So we've got a nice dark there. All we do, take a bit of mistake, just take away the paint at the bottom, the ink wash, and we just start pulling that up. And what happens is we get a nice little transition of dark brown into our light brown coming down the teeth. And you can use this for all sorts of miniatures. You can use it on dragons, anything. But what happens is it gives you that tone for your dirty talons, as I call it. Dirty talons. Yes, Scarlet 62. It's there's loads of fantastic ways to, as I call it, we sneaky shortcuts in painting, and it's a way of getting your miniatures painted nice and fast, but without losing tons of quality in the paint. You can still end up with a very nice piece of art just by playing with the paints and using them to your advantage. You often don't need to add hundreds of different colours to your miniature, and you can get the same effect just by taking away the paint on your miniatures. And as you can see, I've got that lovely light source now at the front of the teeth, and it goes dark and then darker into the back of the teeth, and that's exactly how I want this to look. It's given a beautiful effect, and all I've done is by removing the ink wash. And we do this to all the teeth now. Now with the ones at the bottom, all I'm going to do is just go over with the ink wash. I'm not going to remove any ink wash because these are our dark areas, so I want to keep them as dark as possible with just a hint of light going across. Okay, so now we can work on to what we'll do them in little lines. It's very hot in my workshop, so I got to be quick. What will happen is this ink wash will dry ultra fast, so I need to add this ultra speedy, and we'll go down the lines. And we'll start removing the ink wash. Just a tiny little tips. There you go. Tiny bit on the tip, it's just to give a little reflection of light here and there, nothing major. You can imagine these are the claws that are pulling. They're pulling the great worm through the earth. So these claws will be ripped, torn, and dirty, but they'll also be very sharp because they're being used like a chainsaw going through the earth. Okay, again, next one. Again, we'll just quickly paint these in. If anybody who watches my Twitch streams or any of my shows or videos, if you can come away from one of my shows with one little bit of inspiration or one little bit of something you've learned or a tip. That's all that matters to me, because that's what it's all about. It's having a great fun painting, but learning a tiny bit if you can. I mean, I know there's many of my goblins. They don't need to be watching. They don't need to be watching my show. They've got to a stage where they have surpassed me in painting, and they are doing absolutely fantastic. But they still watch my streams anyway, and that's a fantastic thing for me to see. But if I can actually get people to learn something or enjoy the stream, I am absolutely over the moon. Okay, this is coming on nicely. Let's check the time. Yeah, we got 7 minutes. We can get this finished in 7 minutes. This is great. Okay, just finish off the teeth here. So we'll just fly around here. Let's go into hyper mode. Start removing the paint. This time we're on the top surface here, so we're removing a little bit more from the top, just from the top of the actual teeth here. So we've got a lot more light on the top, so just removing. This is our main light source, so this is where the highest point of our miniature is. So these top teeth here, they're going to have the biggest glow on the top. So what we're doing is practically removing all the ink wash from each one of these teeth on the top, and that gives us a nice little shine coming off the top of those teeth. Okay, moving on, and again we go back into hyper mode. Hyperspeed painting. And again, another one of these little cotton buds. We're just removing the ink wash. Now we're on a slight angle on this side, so we're just moving it off center to the left, and we're just removing the top area of the ink wash again, where the light source will be hitting this miniature. Okay, awesome stuff. Okay, so for that last little part, again, hyperspeed. Boom, boom, boom. We're done. There's okay. And we're just removing the last bits. And there we are. That's us about done. That's about us done for this stream. So, this is the Goremaw, the Great Purple Worm, painted on our stream. Absolutely fantastic. So, type in chat, give me a great worm. Oh, that's awful. Give me a great worm. Everybody, if you want to win this, type in chat now, give me a great worm, and Scorpler will announce the winner. It's an absolutely fantastic miniature. This miniature is available on the Reaper website. It sells for £27 in UK pounds. I don't know how much it is in dollars, but it's one of the more premium miniatures from Reaper. I hope you've all enjoyed the show today, and again, thank you everybody so much for supporting me the last few years on Twitch. It has been a blast. It's been very scary. I still get nervous before my streams, but I am getting better. That is for I do give away miniatures all the time on my streams, so please carry on and keep on tuning in every Thursday if you want to. Thank you for subscribing, Scarlett. Okay, has everybody said give me a great woman? Michelle, give me a voice, great woman. Only Michelle. Oh, I love her to bits. Thank you, Stuart. Okay, what time is it now? We'll give it another 60 seconds and then we shall announce the winner. I'll give you another little 360. Little Mr. Worm, Mr. Worm, Mr. Worm, Mr. Worm. As you can see, what I did with the light source, it's worked beautifully because we've got that nice light going across the top. And again, by utilising the blacks, and I do this with all my miniatures, it makes it a very fast, nice speed paint by utilising the darker colours. So we've got all these lovely shades with minimal effort. But the actual finished miniature, as you can see, it's very simply painted, but it looks very effective. It looks really nice. And it's nice, simple paint. I love you, Michelle. Oh dear. All these goblins, awesome people. They're the best people in the whole world. You couldn't ask for nicer people. Oh. And Roy, of course. Roy and Vaughn. Okay, if Scorpio, would you please announce the winner? Freaking angry worm. I was doing so well. I was doing so well towards the end. Is it a purple worm? I think Claire's probably. Anyway, while I'm here, could everybody please say thank you to my Scorpler? She's been in the back room moderating the channel, and she has been probably very busy sorting out all the names. Oh, there we are. Waffle Witch. Oh, congratulations, Waffle Witch. You get the big purple worm. Congratulations. Absolutely awesome stuff. Anyway, so to end the show, again, thank you all for supporting me in the last 2 years. It has been great fun. Let's hope I'll still be doing this in another 10 years. But until then, I shall see you on Twitter and Discord. Thank you everybody for turning up tonight. It's been an absolute blast. Love to every single one of you. And I shall see you very soon. So, good night everybody. Take care.